Points in physical properties. Today we will study property like atomic radii and ionization enthalpy. To explain the atomic size of an atom, we estimate what the atomic radii. To explain the atomic size. Atomic size can be explained by the atomic radii. What is an atomic radii? The distance between two atoms when they are bound in a molecule is called as what? Atomic radii. The distance between two atoms. The distance between two atoms in a bond we will measure, and half of that will give the atomic radii. Half of that will give the atomic radii. If it is in a covalent molecule, then it will be called covalent radii. Listen student, it will be called covalent radii. And half the internuclear distance between two atoms in a metal is called metallic radii. Metallic radii. For example, in chlorine Cl2 molecule, first we will measure the distance between two chlorines, and half of that will give what? Covalent radii. Also consider the case of solid copper. Solid copper, distance between two atoms is 256 picometer. Atomic radii is usually measured in picometer, and half of that 256, that is 128 picometer. This is the atomic radii or the metallic radii. In the case of solid copper, the metallic radii between two copper atoms in solid copper metal. In general, we measure atomic radii, or we say atomic radii for both covalent radii and ionic radii. We say both the term atomic radii for both covalent and metallic radius. Now let's look at the trend. In a period, along a period, atomic radii decreases. Along a period, atomic radii decreases. In a period, as the atomic number increases, what happens? Electrons are increasing. Number of electrons are increasing as the atomic number increases. But the electronic charge or the nuclear charge increases. As we move from left to right, the nuclear charge increases. Hence, more force of attraction will be for the nucleus and the electrons, so that the atomic radii decreases. As we move along a period, the atomic number increases and also the nuclear charge increases. When the nuclear charge increases, the force of attraction between the nucleus and the electrons will be very strong. Hence, the atomic radii decreases. Nuclear charge increases. Hence, strong attraction. Therefore, what? The radii decreases. But let's look at the group. Down the group, what happens? Radii or the atomic radii increases. Now let's look why down the group atomic radii increases. Because we know that down the group what happens? Principal quantum number increases. Down the group, principal quantum number increases because more shells will get added as we go down the group. Hence, the distance of the nucleus from the electrons will be higher. That is, the inner electrons will shield the outer electron and the nucleus. That effect is called as shielding effect. Shielding effect. The inner electrons will shield the nucleus and the outermost electrons. Hence, the size of the atom increases. So we can say that down the group what happens? Atomic radii increases, that is atomic size increases. In a period what happens? When we go from left to right in a period what happens? As the nuclear charge increases, the atomic size of the atomic radii decreases, and down the group principal quantum number increases. As the shielding effect increases, what happens? The nucleus and the electrons, the distance between the nucleus and the electrons increases. Hence the size increases. Now let's discuss about ionic radii. The term ionic radii. When we remove an electron from an atom, it is called cation. Removing an electron from an atom. Remove electron from atom. It will be cation. When we add an electron to an atom, it forms an anion. Anion. Cation. When we add an electron to an atom, what we get? An anion. By measuring the distance from a cation to an anion, we can measure the ionic radii in an ionic crystal. Measuring the distance between the cation and the anion, we can measure the ionic radii in an ionic crystal. Distance between a cation and an anion. Distance between a cation and an anion. And anion. What you can measure? The ionic radii in an ionic crystal. This ionic radii follows the same trend as that of the atomic radii that we studied earlier. What was the trend? Atomic radii decreases in a period and it increases down the group. The same trend will be followed by what? Ionic radii. Okay. Next, let's consider cation and an atom. Which will have higher size? Cation will have the lower size than that of the parent atom. A cation will have small size than the parent atom. Okay, because there are only fewer electrons present in cation compared to the parent atom. Hence we can see what the size will be smaller because the nuclear charge is higher for that. Okay, and next consider an anion. For an anion, what will be? It will have higher size than that of the parent atom. A cation will have lower size than that of the parent atom, and an anion will have higher size than that of the parent atom. Anion size will be higher, or it will be larger than that of the parent atom. Okay, remember what is a cation and an anion? And how we measure the ionic radii in an ionic crystal, and also a cation have smaller size than that of parent atom, and an anion will have higher size, or it will be larger than that of the parent atom. Next important topic to study is isoelectronic species. What is an isoelectronic species? An atom or an ion that have same number of electrons are called as isoelectronic species. An atom or an ion with same number of electrons, same number of electrons are called as what? Isoelectronic species. Let's consider some example. Na plus Mg2 plus. Consider these two. They have Na plus and have Mg2 plus will have same number of electrons. Okay? Because it will have how much? 10 electrons. And Mg2 plus also will have 10 electrons. So they are called as isoelectronic species. But their radius will not be same. Only because they have different nuclear charges. So their radius will not be same. But they are called by the term isoelectronic species, and they will have same number of electrons. Same number of electrons. So they are called as what? Isoelectronic species. They will have different, remember, but the radii will be different. Different radii, atomic radii will be different because charge is different. Nuclear charge. They have nuclear charge. Their nuclear charge will be different. Okay, this much you should study for isoelectronic species. What is the definition and examples? Okay, look, these are the noble gases. Helium, neon, argon, krypton and xenon are noble gases. They have stable electronic configuration. Stable electronic configuration for them. Because they are, as it is stable, that electronic configuration, it will be very difficult for us to remove an electron, an outer electron from that atom. From helium, neon, argon, krypton and xenon. Hence, it has high first ionization enthalpy. It will be very difficult to remove an electron from the outermost orbital. So that it will have high ionization enthalpy for helium, neon, argon, krypton and xenon. Now look, for lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, they are alkali metals. It will be very easy to remove an electron because the outermost shell has only one electron. So it will be very easy for us to remove an electron. So it will have low ionization enthalpy. Easy to remove an electron from the outermost orbital. From the graph, we came to a conclusion that noble gases have high ionization enthalpy and alkali metals have the lowest ionization enthalpy. Have you understood? Now let's look the trend, the general trend. The general trend in the periodic table. From left to right, what happens in a period? From left to right, what happens? The ionization enthalpy increases from left to right. Ionization enthalpy in a period, ionization enthalpy increases. Why is it so? We studied already that in a period what happens? The atomic radii decreases. Why so? Because the nuclear charge increases from left to right. As the atomic number increases, the nuclear charge goes on increasing from left to right. There will be strong attraction in between the nucleus and the outer electron. Hence, it will be very difficult to remove an electron. So, ionization enthalpy increases from left to right. Ionization enthalpy increases from left to right. Now, let's look. In a group, what happens? In a group, ionization enthalpy decreases. Down the group, the ionization enthalpy decreases. As we have already studied, down the group, the principal quantum number will increase. Hence, more and more shells will be added. So, the attraction will be very low compared to in a group. Comparatively in a group, the attraction will be very low. So, the atomic size also increases. Hence, it will be comparatively easy for us to remove an electron from the outermost shell. So, down the group, what we can say, the atomic size down the group increases. As a consequence of that, the ionization enthalpy also decreases down the group. As the atomic radii increases, ionization enthalpy decreases down the group. Okay, are you clear? So students, we studied about two properties today. What are they? First one was atomic radii. What all we understood from that? Along a period, what happens? Along a period, the radius decreases. Radii decrease. Along a period, the radii decreases, and down the group, radii, atomic radii increases. And the second property that we studied was ionization enthalpy. Ionization enthalpy. Study the unit, it is kilojoule per mole. Okay. Along a period, what happens to ionization enthalpy? Ionization enthalpy increases along the period, and down the group, ionization enthalpy decreases. These are the conclusions from today's class. Okay students, we are going to conclude today's session. Hope you have understood what I have taught. If you have any doubt, comment below. Thank you and have a nice day.